Okay, we're now going to use our half angle formulas to help us find some exact values. So we want to find the exact value of sine of 15 degrees. So first of all, we need to think of what is 15 half of. Well, 15 is half of 30, so we're actually going to use the formula for sine of 30 degrees over 2, okay? So to know what it's half of, you're always going to multiply that angle by 2. So now we need to come to our formula sheet and find the formula for sine of x over 2. So we see that that is the square root, well, plus or minus the square root of 1 minus cosine of x over 2. Now, 15 degrees is in the first quadrant, so we know it's going to be positive. So you're not going to put that plus or minus in front. We know it's going to be positive since it's in the first quadrant. So we're going to have 1 minus cosine of 30 degrees over 2. So now we need the unit circle to look at cosine of 30 degrees. So we go to 30 degrees, cosine is the x coordinate, so it's square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so now we need to do some simplifying, and we're going to look at this, and this 1 we're going to multiply by 2 over 2, so that in the top half of this fraction we have a common denominator of 2. 2 times 1 is 2, so we have 2 minus the square root of 3 over 2 over 2. Now we're going to think of this like 2 over 1. When we divide by a fraction, we're going to take this top fraction and multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 1/2. So this will be 2 minus the square root of 3 all over 4. Now when we have square roots, we can actually write this as the square root of the top over the square root of the bottom, and the square root of 4 is just equal to 2. So I know this is super weird to have a square root inside of a square root, but that's our most exact answer. Okay, so let's move that over here. So this is our final answer for sine of 15 degrees is square root of 2 minus the square root of 3 over 2. And then just to help us write out our next one, we'll erase some of that. Okay, so now we want to look at tangent of 75 degrees. So we need to think, okay, what's double of 75 degrees? And that would be 150 degrees. So if you do 75 times 2. So we're going to say that, okay, this is equal to tangent of 150 degrees divided by 2. So we need to go to our formula sheet and look for the tangent of half angle. And you'll see there's 3 different ones that we can use, and it doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to use the second one just because it's a little simpler. So sine of x over 1 plus cosine of x. And this is our x is 150. So here we want sine of 150 over 1 plus cosine of 150 degrees. So we're going to use our unit circle and say, okay, 150, sine is 1/2, and cosine is negative square root of 3 over 2. So we're going to plug in 1/2 and then negative square root of 3 over 2. And this is another one where we have a complex fraction, and we're going to have to simplify. So we have 1/2 over 1 will be multiplied by 2 over 2. So we'll have 2 minus the square root of 3 over 2. Now when you have a complex fraction like this and these denominators are the same, you're actually able to cancel them out. So this is 1 over 2 minus the square root of 3. Now we need to rationalize this so that we don't have a square root in the denominator. So to rationalize, when you have a term like this, we're going to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator over the conjugate. So up top, we're just going to have 2 plus the square root of 3. In our denominator, if we FOIL this out, we have 4 Then we have plus 2 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 3, and then we have minus 3. So you notice these middle two terms cancel out, and we have 4 minus 3, which is just 1. So our final answer here is 2 plus the square root of 3. So that's what tangent of 75 degrees is equal to. Okay, so we've got one more we want to look at here. Cosine of 3 pi over 8. Now we've said that to get what we're going to kind of put up top, our x, we're going to take this angle and we're going to multiply by 2. Well, when you do that, you can cancel out a 2 here and make this a 4. So the x that we're going to use is 3 pi over 4. So that's going to be our x. So we're going to say, okay, we're looking for cosine of 3 pi over 4 over 2. So that's our x. So we need to use our formula sheet to get the formula. Okay, it's plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine of x over 2. Now, 3 pi over 8 would be in the first quadrant, since it's less than pi over 2, right? Because 4 pi over 8 would be pi over 2. So this is going to be a positive. We don't need the negative. So this will be 1 plus cosine of 3 pi over 4 over 2. Now, cosine of 3 pi over 4, if you use your unit circle, go to 3 pi over 4. The x-coordinate is negative square root of 2 over 2. And now we need to simplify just like we've been doing. We know that 1 will multiply by 2 over 2. So we'll have the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 over our common denominator 2 all over 2. Now remember, up top we talked about how we would take the, so we're going to take the top fraction, this is like 2 over 1, so 2 minus the square root of 2 over 2 times the reciprocal, 1/2. So we'll have 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 4. And we're going to break this into two pieces, the square root of the top over the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So again, it's kind of a crazy answer, but the cosine, the exact value for the cosine of 3 pi over 8 is the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 all over 2.